Hi, I'm Eric Schmidt from WM Nobing Company. Today we're going to cover GS3 2630 setup and operation of the Green Star system within the display. To get started, the first thing we need to do is come down to our main menu and go to our GS3 icon. We're going to be working down the right hand side today to begin. We're going to start with resources. We're going to make sure we have a client, a farm, and a field put in. We're going to set our documentation to what we're doing. Today we're going to be planting, and set our crop season for this year. Once we've done that, this page is done. We'll move on to the equipment tab on the right hand side. We need to make sure that we have a machine type and a machine name in. If we have a machine type and a name in, all our measurements and offsets will be saved. We'll reset our recording source. I'm going to set ours to SCV1. Then we're going to move on to our Implement tab at the top. We're going to hook up to our planner, put in a model, and put in a name. We're going to be going with a 16-row 30-inch planter. If you use a Deere implement, it'll already have the offsets put in and saved. And these measurements and offsets will be saved year in, year out for you, as well as the widths. When it comes down to our widths, if we hit our change widths at the bottom, our implement width, 16 rows at 30-inch spacing, is what our mapping will be set on. Our track spacing is how far our guidance lines will be apart. If we always use the rows times the spacing, our guidance lines will always come out right for guess rows. If you're ever confused by that and you want to go back to overall width, tap the button at the top. When you're all said and done, hit your accept. Now we've finished our machine and implement tabs, we're going to go ahead and move on to our document tab. I'm going to tell it that we're planting. We're going to put in our seed type, which is going to be corn. And we need to add a variety. When we're done, we hit accept, and then we need to assign it to the rows. If we're just doing a planter across the board and we're doing one variety across the board, we'll just leave this assigned to all 16 rows. But if we wanted to add another variety, we can do a split planter, we can do that as well. Just need to come into add variety. We'll do our brand. A new one is brand Y. And a variety has variety Y. If this isn't correct, if we actually have variety Y on the left hand side, we can change that. We're just going to come down to assign variety to rows. We set our variety Y, rows 1 through 8. We're going to hit our next over here on the right. And variety, we're going to change it to variety X, 9 through 16. And we'll hit our accept. The next section that we need to cover with this is making sure that we don't have more than one tab up here at the top. We want that second tab to say new. If it doesn't say new, we want to come down and remove it on the second tab. That will not let you map. So now that we've covered our resources, equipment, and documentation, let's cover our mapping. On our mapping page is just going to be an overview of what we're going to be looking at while we're going through the field. We can also on this page clear a coverage map from the year prior if we've already downloaded that data. Go into map settings, we can delete coverage from this farm and field only or all farms and fields. And we can also set our foreground or what we'll be looking at while we're going through the field. Right now we have coverage, but we can also set that to the rate, the as applied rate as we're going through the field, as well as that variety to paint both of those split planter varieties as we're going through the field. When you're done making your selections, hit accept, get back to this page. Thanks.